With Fox 11's Hailey Winslow, she is live there with an update on what's next. Hailey.
Well, that's what we're all trying to figure out is what's next. So I'm here right now with Pali High's senior and student body president. This is Charlie Speiser. We've just talked to him and a whole bunch of his schoolmates who don't have a school to go back to and don't have a home to go back to.
Yeah, the fire was devastating. Obviously, our house is right next to Pali High. It's gone. Everything's gone with it. We got out with the things that we can't replace, which is ourselves and our dog and passports, birth certificates, all those important things. But yeah, it's just devastating to see our school gone and all my friends, every one of our houses are gone as well.
And as the student in charge of the school right now, you have a big weight on your shoulders. What's that like going through, and what are you guys trying to do to get a space really for all the kids to be able to learn again after obviously going through COVID as well?
Yeah, so we're reaching out to everyone we can, all the Angelinos, to see if there's any sort of warehouse space, office buildings, anything, just to get our community back together. We don't want to be online like we were for COVID. That just didn't work well for anyone. So any sort of space we can get, we're hoping for, and that's the most important thing, is just to get students back together for educational purposes and for athletics. Being together is the most important thing, and if we don't have that, it's going to be a tough rest of the year. But I'm confident that we'll be able to find something and get students back together.
Yeah, we're sure trying. Now, Charlie sent us some video of the ground shots of the school, brand new video that one of his friends shot, that shows that the front of the school is still kind of intact. That was made out of brick, but everything behind that is basically crumbled. Okay, we don't have that video, but we'll get it to you as soon as we can. We're trying to get that in our system right now. But it basically, it's a mess. It's not, you can't operate in it. You can't have school in it. So, okay, that video is being shown right now, and it basically is just a driving shot that shows that the school, like everything else mostly in the Palisades, has burned down. Take me to that day. It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Take me through that. Paint a picture of what that was like when you guys had to evacuate.
It was right about, I want to say 10:30 maybe. I got a text from my friend being like, hey guys, there's a fire in the hillside. I wasn't too worried. California, we have fires all the time. We just had that horrible Pepperdine fire. But we walked up our street, saw the smoke starting to plume, but didn't think anything of it. My family were all surfers. We were looking at like our surf apps to see the wind direction. The wind was going the opposite way. We're like, okay, we should be fine. None of our houses were supposed to burn. We didn't think there was any chance that the fire would jump sunset. But we ran back home, started to pack a little bit just in case. Obviously, we're like, we might be gone for the night. We'll be back the next day. But we got back in the next day and we saw that our house was burned. All our friends' houses were burned, and it was just devastating.
What's been the hardest part for you, Charlie?
I think the hardest part is just waking up in the morning and being like, oh, I'm going to go home, or thinking you're in your bed and you're not, you're somewhere new. It's really hard. Or just remembering the little things. You're like, oh, I should have grabbed this, should have grabbed that. But at the end of the day...
I don't have socks, you were telling me.
Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I don't have a new pair of socks, no new underwear, a new shirt. A friend of mine gave me these board shorts, which I'm so grateful for, but I've been wearing them for a couple days now, and we'll be able to buy things. Obviously, like we're lucky to be in that situation, but everyone's going through it together, and while our community is so spread apart, it feels like we're closer than ever. Friends are reaching out, neighbors, we're all running errands for each other, whether it's getting groceries. Just everyone's so selfless right now, and it's really great to see.
It's also remarkable to see how everybody's kind of taken on this second job, you know, and helping kind of coordinate things and connecting people and all that. So we're at Barrington Rec Center right now. This is about a half a mile away from the closure, so we're in Brentwood, but this is kind of as close as you can get to the Palisades, and we had about 8 of the students here a little bit ago, and obviously concerned parents. They're currently staying all over the place, as Charlie was saying. There's one of them in Temecula, one of them in Claremont, one of them in Hermosa Beach. I mean, they're all over the place, but they're obviously trying to avoid having to do remote learning. Some of these kids should be, you know, applying to colleges right now, and these are kind of the most critical years. And for you, I mean, you had prom right around the corner in June, and graduating, and the next step of your life. Obviously, this put a huge wrench in everything.
Definitely, yeah. We had all our big senior activities planned, which we're super excited for, and we're going to find ways to still do. Schools throughout California be like, you guys can come to our prom, come to our graduation events, whatever it is. So it's great to see all the support from everyone, but it's definitely sad to not be able to go to school. But we're going to find a way to hopefully have students in person together and stay off of online as much as we can.
Charlie, is there anything else that you want to say, just any message that you want to get out to the community, if you could say anything?
You know, guys, we're going to be strong. It's so hard at the moment. It's devastating to see all our homes gone, but homes are just a place, and we do have great memories at all these places. But what makes the home, or what makes a house a home, is the people in it, and gratefully all those people are safe right now, and we'll get back together soon.
Well, I've a friend who has some building space, and I've contacted him to see if he has anything, and he's working on that. But if anyone out there has an empty building for 3,000 students, that just a temporary fix for these kids to be able to continue their learning and not have to go on, what should they do to contact you or the principal if they've got something that can help?
Yeah, there's a lot of links. If you go on the Pali High website, there's links for donations, and I think there's a link to email. Just contact Pali High if you have any sort of.
Do you want to give them your email address that they can contact if they have a space?
Sure. Yeah, my email is asbpresident@pchs.palihigh.org. If you have any availability, warehouses, office space, we really just want.
Oh, we just lost the signal, but we got that email address, and we thank him for the work he's doing. And as a former ASB president, I salute the tough job. Can't imagine how tough that must be in bringing that school community together. And you think about those students, many of whom all of whom went through the COVID experience and the virtual learning experience, and now are having to go through this as well.
Yeah.